So I have a question to all my conservative friends out there. What's more important, owning the libs or your space from, you know, brown people, not from your country? You see, while America is debating the existence of climate change, on a global level, judicial precedence is being set. A couple days ago, um, a very important ruling came down. It regarded a story about a man who lived on an island near Australia. He migrated to Australia and said he had to stay there because, due to sea levels rising, he was in danger of losing his island, his home, and he needed to stay in Australia. Now, there was a considerable amount of judicial BS that went on through this, but eventually, a ruling was decided. Now, in this situation, the man was forced to go back to the island, but precedence was set, and the ruling read out like this: that due to the fact that it would be about 10 to 15 years before the island is overcome by water, he wasn't in immediate danger. So, for now, he has to go back. But in 10 years or so, he is basically free to go wherever he wants, and they can't send him back. This this ruling is far more important than a lot of people realize. In fact, I haven't seen this story being covered very much. Do you understand that it means refugees running away from rising tides, from burning wastelands, from um, anything that could be climate made and that could be destroying their habitat, are welcome to any country, closest country possible. So for all of you guys who are standing there at the border and you're saying they didn't come in the right way, they will soon. They will. And you're right, it might be a little while. 5, 10 years, 15. Most of us will still be here. Still going to be the same story. Now, I don't think acknowledging climate change is going to change anything right now. You see, you're too far past that. We've we flew by that deadline years and years ago. Now you got to get on board, and you got to get on board quickly. We got to start funding housing, levies, protection, money for other countries to build this sort of infrastructure in their country. You know, most of the countries that are being affected by this, the ones who didn't even create the problem, who have very little manufacturing, who have probably contributed maybe 1% of what China and America has contributed. Well, those of us in our industrious countries, we need to arm these other countries. If we don't, well, they're going to be your neighbor. So it's kind of up to you guys. I'm cool either way, to be honest. Um, I'd prefer for them that they get to stay in their homes and they don't have to go through the hell that is being a refugee and traveling on foot through uh, water, fire, torrential winds. You got it, whatever. But still, ball's in your court. But it's got to be one of them. You can't sit on the fence on this one. You can't just be married to owning the libs. you got to go one way on this because the decision's already been made. And that is kind of an issue here because you're learning, and we're learning, that when you sit out of a conversation by simply denying the existence of a problem, you're not there to solve the problem. So when you don't like the answer that's given, suck it up, Buttercup. You weren't there. Anyway, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this are. If you want to learn more, I actually found this article on CNN. Uh, I googled uh, Australian UN human rights refugee. You'll find it. It's a really interesting article. I think this really is a landmark uh, uh, ruling that is going to change a lot and going to set forth the pattern for our future. But yeah, I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts on this and um, to see your guys like, what do you think we should do? How can we fix this? Can we fix it? What would be the path forward? Um, my thing, like I said, is to fund these other countries. It's the only option. Like our economy is not doing great in general. Most of us are getting by on nothing. I mean, you know how it is. It's welfare for the rich, capitalism for the poor, and capitalism isn't working out very well for us. And so me losing any more money or my I get it, but on the other hand, what are we gonna do? And I do feel like the best thing would be to tax the hell out of the corporations doing this and contributing to the problem, and not just us, by the way, China as well. Other industrious companies or countries such as Germany has played a part in this. You can go through the line. There's a ton of countries, and there needs to be some sort of a penalty put in so that levees can be built, shelters can be created, they're prepared for what could happen. Unfortunately, even the smartest minds we have don't believe that there's a real solution to this problem. How do you stop the sea? You can't. You just can't. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. You have a great evening.